Hei Maori ora ki te whai ao ki te ao marama ki a tātou rai te hunga ora. Ka hoki nei au ki te Maori o tōku whakapono. Ko ka wari te maunga ko Ihu Karaiti te tangata. Tama te atua tau mai rā e te Maori. Nō reira nau mai hara mai rā. Welcome to this presentation where Jesus Christ meets Ihu Karaiti. A key aspect of my doctoral research is based upon the question Jesus poses to his disciples, "Who do you say I am?" Ko tētahi kaupapa o tēnei rangahau hei tirohia ki ētahi o ngā whakaahua o Ihu Karaiti roto I te ao Maori. Ko te tino pātaira, ko wai a Ihu Karaiti mo ngai Maori. This presentation captures images of Jesus Christ using traditional and contemporary Maori art. Nō reira, hara mai. He tino tauira tēnei whakaahua o Ihu Karaiti. This 1940 portrait by American artist Warner Smallman entitled The Head of Christ is one of the most popular and recognizable images of Jesus, having been reproduced over 500 million times worldwide, and is said to have become the basis for the visualization of Jesus by hundreds of millions of people. Ka whānau te Karaiti he Maori pērā I a mātou nei. Tēnā he aha tōna āhua. Ngāti Porou artist Sophia Minson created her own version of the Head of Christ and entitled her portrait The Maori Jesus. Her portrait captures Jesus with a full facial moko. A moko is a sign of a person's status and records their whakapapa or genealogy that they wear proudly on their face. In creating her Maori Jesus, Minson has used the portrait by Smallman in an 1878 painting by Godfrey Lindell of Ngāti Hākua and Ngāti Tamatera Rangatira, Tukukino, to produce her own version of the Maori Jesus. Her personal goal in creating this portrait was to create a sense of fluidity and exchange of faith, wairua, spirit, art and religion between people through the ages. Ihu Karaiti, me tūtaki koe kia Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, meet Ihu Karaiti. Ko nongo taha te maunga ko rotorua nui a kahu mata māmo I te roto, ko te arawa te waka, ko Ngāti whakau e te hapu, ko hātō whakapono te wharekarikia. In the village of Ohinamutsu in Rotorua stands the beautiful St. Faith's Anglican Church. Within St. Faith's is the stained glass window where Jesus Christ is depicted as a Maori wearing a traditional korowai walking on the waters of Lake Rotorua. Me tahuri tātou ki te tai rāwhiti, ki te wharekarikia tino tapu, tino nui, tino whakahirahira o Ngāti Porou. Ko hātō meri tēnei I te riu o Waiapu. He wharekarikia maumahara tēnei mo ngā hoia o ngā pakanga nui o te ao. Hara mai ki roto. Within St. Mary's in Tikitiki, a stained glass window depicts Second Lieutenant Henare Kōhere and Captain Peka Maka kneeling at the feet of Christ on the cross. Both these men died overseas during World War I. To be memorialized within St. Mary's, one must be of Ngāti Porou descent. As an image of Jesus Christ is on display within the church, this makes him a Ngāti Porou, where he has joined their ancestors. Jesus is no longer a stranger or foreigner, but is now tied into the history of the people in this particular place. Ko tongariro te maunga ko taupo nui a tia te moana ko tū wharato te iwi, ko te heu te tangata. In the small ancient settlement of Waihi, on the shores of Lake Taupo, home of the tū wharato hereditary paramount chief Te Hauhau, stands St. Winfrey's. The interior is decorated with tukutuku panels and kōwhaiwhai designs. There are 2 stained glass windows, one which depicts a Maori Madonna with a child, and the second showing a Maori Jesus with stigmata. The stained glass windows are rare examples of Christian iconography visualized in a Maori manner. In St. David's on Kaiba Pass in Auckland stands this magnificent stained glass window. Like St. Mary's in Tikitiki, St. David's is also a memorial church to returned servicemen and women. The original rose-coloured windows were installed from 1927, while the colourful war memorial windows were added around 1947. The southernmost window in the Eastern War acknowledges Maori who served in both World War I and World War II. This window shows Jesus Christ visiting a traditional Maori pa or village. Ko whanganui te awa ko te awa ko te awa. St. Joseph's in Hiruharama along the Whanganui River contains some unique contextualized images of Jesus Christ. The carved altar at the front of the church features the head of Jesus Christ. Looking closely, Jesus has a full facial moko with his eyes made from pawa shells, and he is also wearing a crown of thorns. At the opposite end of the church is this contemporary piece of art where Jesus is depicted as a manaya. In some tribal traditions, a manaya is considered to be a messenger between gods and humans, while in other traditions the manaya is considered a guide who leads spirits to heaven. At the bottom of the artwork are the words Haere I runga I tarangi Maria or Ihu Karaiti, go in the peace of Jesus Christ. A distinguishing feature of this manaya is that Jesus Christ is holding a patsu, which is a weapon used for striking people. What is Jesus, the manaya, going to strike? Ka kuhu koe ki roto I te whare karakia, ka tūtaki koe kia te karaiti ki te tuahu. Ka haere koe ki waho, kei reira te karaiti kei runga te kuaha hei manaaki I a koe. When you walk into the church, you encounter Jesus at the altar. When you leave through the front door, Jesus stands over you as a kaitiaki, a guardian, sending you out into the world with a blessing. Haere I runga I tarangi Maria or Ihu Karaiti, go in the peace of Jesus Christ. This painting is entitled Tangiwai, the Maori Madonna, and was painted by Julia Lynch, also known as Sister Mary Lawrence. In 1945, Sister Mary was commissioned by the Society of Mary to paint a series of paintings of a Maori Mary and Jesus. Sister Mary also completed this painting entitled The Young Christ or the Maori Christ. Here, Jesus is depicted as a Maori dressed in a korowai holding a shepherd's staff. The painting is used on the front cover of the 2001 Teacher Guide for Religious Education Programs for Catholic Secondary Schools. Behind the young Christ is a verse from Colossians, which reads, Christ is the image of the unseen God, the firstborn of all creation. For in him were created all things in heaven and on earth. The Marist brothers hope that these paintings will be part of a revival of the Roman Catholic Maori mission in Aotearoa, New Zealand. Nau mai rā ki tōku tūranga waiwai, kei o hope o te Maungārongo. The Maungārongo was first built in 1947 and rebuilt in 1977. The Maungārongo is the first Christian-built, church-owned, bilingual and bicultural marae built in this country. It became the model for many similar marae built later. I was 12 years old when this wharenui was built, and I worked on some of the tukutuku panels inside the house. This wharenui is a contextualization of the biblical story in conversation with Maori traditions and customs. The kōruru, or the figure at the apex of the wharenui, depicts Jesus Christ. When it was being carved, a taiaha was carved into the hands of Jesus Christ. However, the taiaha is a weapon of war, and the kuia of the marae suggested that a cross would be more appropriate than a taiaha. So here you have Jesus Christ holding his cross, challenging everyone who comes onto the marae to take up your cross and follow me. Nō reira e hoa mā kua mutu I konei mō tēnei wā, tēnei te mihi ki ngā kai tautoko o tēnei kaupapa. Kia tau kia tātou katoa, te atawhai o tō tātou ariki a Ihu Karaiti, me te arohawa te atua, me te whiwhinga tahitanga ki te wairua tapu ake, ake, amene. Kia ora tātou.